Dickosaurs Podcast. Hello, welcome back to Dickosaurs Podcast. For the topic today, I honestly couldn't think of a topic, so we're gonna do those Reddit things where it's the "Am I the asshole?" I'm pretty sure if you guys are on TikTok, you see a lot of podcasts talk about these topics. The first one I saw popped up was
That's long.
That's all I was saying.
It's okay. You just do whatever you want.
Okay, it says, "Am I the asshole for changing my granddaughter's hair without her parents' permission?" Okay, to set the scene here, I am a 55-year-old father of 4 and a grandfather of 5. Is it the pertinent ones? Is that what I'm saying?
Yeah, pertinent ones.
Pertinent ones here are my eldest daughter, Michelle, who is 34, and her husband, Peter, who is 35. And my grandchildren, Beth and Sam, who are 12 and 14, respectively.
Wait, pause. Hey, Human Dictionary, what's pertinent means? Like important?
No, I don't think it's important. I think it's probably like the ones who.
I'm trying to understand. Sorry, Molly, I interrupted you.
No, that's
I have no
it might
idea
be
what
the
that
ones who like live nearby or something. Let me look. Pertinent.
Relevant or applicable in a particular matter.
Oh, maybe it's just.
Oh, so they're the ones.
They're the topic.
They're the
thing.
ones, yes.
So those are the parents that he's referring
It
to.
helps me
Yes.
understand.
Okay, and it says, to give some context, the rest of this post, Beth and Sam are adopted and they're black. And the rest of the family is white. Okay, that's when you know it's already.
So their grandkids are black.
Yes.
Okay.
Adopted and black.
So
Okay.
you know it's gonna go down. Okay, so it says the problem arose when Michelle and Peter finally saved up enough money to take their dream honeymoon, which they couldn't afford when they got married. It was a month-long holiday during which time Beth and Sam came to stay with me. Beth has beautiful curly hair and lots of it, which is obviously she washes and maintains herself, but she's still learning how to do certain styles in it. I asked out of curiosity what kind of style she'd like to know, and she showed me some pictures of ladies online with very impressive braids. Now, I've been bald as an egg since I was 40. And the only style I've had before was a mohawk in my 20s, so elaborate braids were a bit beyond my skill set. But a coworker of mine who was my quote-unquote work daughter often has her hair done in styles very similar to the ones that Beth showed me. I asked her where she gets her hair done and explained it was for my granddaughter, and she told me that it's actually her sister who's a professional braider, and put me in touch with her. He took Beth to the sister, and she got some very good braids which have beads and a cute little heart pattern at the sides. And the sister explained all of the upkeep stuff to us, even gave us the friends and family discount, which was very nice.
Aww.
How sweet. Well, cut to Michelle's return. She's deeply unhappy about me doing this. Apparently, she has always told Beth no to getting such braiding done because she believes that she's too young for it, and also because she says it's expensive and doesn't want Beth to get the idea that it's going to be all the time thing. I've said that I'm quite happy to pay for her to get it done as often as she likes because of how happy it makes her, but Michelle is still taking the huff with me about it. Peter is siding with her as he says parents should be consulted about such things. Sam is sticking up for me by saying that it's nice that I'm letting Beth partake in parts of black culture she might miss out in a white family, which wasn't even really an aspect I considered, honestly. I obviously am not happy with that my daughter is not happy, but I'm not sure if I really did anything wrong here. Help an old man out.
Wow.
Well, he's 55. I
want to ask the parent in this
Yeah,
group
the parents
because
in this group.
I'm the only one who has kids. Unfortunately, they're all boys, so I kind of don't know that subject of having my daughter's hair braided. But honestly, Grandpa is not the asshole because, I mean, he did the right. I wouldn't say the right thing, but it's a sweet thing. Your granddaughter's black and adopted, and she wants her hair braided. And and what black girl would not want her hair braided? You know, because it's like it's part of her culture. She loves the way it looks, and she's always wanted it done. And Grandpa said that he was happy to pay for it, so why not? It's not like Grandpa shaved her head or anything like that.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, honestly, if it was my daughter and my dad, her grandpa, did this for her, I'd be happy. You know, but also I'll explain to her as well that it's not going to be, you know, an everyday thing. Because yes, braids are expensive. You know, so every once in a while she can get treated from grandpa to doing that, or I myself would learn how to braid hair.
That's the key thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because because obviously we're not black, but you know, like there's so much culture. First of all, their hair defies gravity already, and so you know, there's a lot of little black girls out there that like are, you know, adopted into like white families, and they want that. They're feeling like, I'm pretty sure they feel like a part of their identity is gone, and so the fact that she even voiced that she wanted those braids, it's kind of like, well, she's standing up for herself and saying, how old is she? I don't remember.
Like 12 or 14. So it's
Oh
like
wow!
around
So
that
in the
age.
yeah, that's
preteen, yeah.
that's the impressionable age too, where you would say like, "Hey, I want my hair like this," you know. Wow.
Yes, that's when she's wanting to find her identity, find who she is and what she's missing. Because yeah, obviously she's missing her black culture because she was adopted into a white family. So the mom shouldn't deny her that just because it's too expensive.
It kind of irritates me a little bit because the mom said, I didn't want her to think that this can happen every time because it's expensive. So it's kind of like, is that really the reason why, or are you just fucking lazy? Sorry,
Yeah.
my language. Because that
Yeah.
pissed me off. Because
Yeah.
why would you say that to your
Like,
daughter?
bitch, I'm pretty sure you bleach your damn hair for it to be blonde. I'm
Yeah, it's
pretty
like
sure.
you get your hair colored and done.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. This just irritate me because
I'm pretty
like
sure.
that's an excuse that you're saying because, and it's hurtful because you know like that's the one time that she may not ever say it again to you or to anybody in the family that she wants to do something
Yeah,
again.
because there's this lady on Facebook that I know. Her daughter wanted to cut her hair because her mom grew it all out really long, and her daughter wanted short hair. And her mom she asked her mom. Her mom said no because she thinks that she's not ready for that because she's too grown for her.
Short hair.
Short hair. It was too
Okay.
grown for her.
How short was it supposed to be?
Like a bob.
Just a bob, like shoulder length bob. That's it. She wanted a shoulder length bob.
Yeah.
Her mom said no.
The
She did it herself. The little girl did it herself.
Oh.
She went up to the bathroom, snipped it off herself. Came back downstairs. Her mom was like, "What the fuck? Like, I told you no." And she's like, "Well, I really wanted it, Mom, and you said that it was too grown, but I think I'm grown enough for it."
Wow.
And she's like, and she told her mom, "It's just hair, Mom. It'll grow back."
That's brave of her.
Very brave.
I would just cry.
And I'm like, see, if you as the mom just, again, accept it, you know, that she's growing and that's what she wants, then that wouldn't have happened because now your daughter can't
come
open
to
up to you anymore.
Yeah, she can't come to you.
So
for anything.
you missed that opportunity. That's why I'm like,
Yeah, that could have been a good bonding moment.
yeah.
that's why a lot of people say that, you know, like when people are looking for adoption, you know, a lot of black people actually say like it should be where some white people shouldn't be allowed to, but then the adoption process is complicated anyway. You don't pick like at the
Right.
store, but it's kind of like you have to initiate yourself as the adoptive parents to put them in that community so they can learn that culture and everything like that. So the fact, like I said, this just pissed me off because it's kind of like, those are your words. It's too expensive and all that stuff. Like,
No, I agree with you because like as a parent, it is your responsibility to expose your child, especially if they're of like a different race, different culture, to expose your child to that because that's what they are. That's who they are.
Yeah, like I'd rather have my parents explain it to me or my parents do it to me first than me having to go out and reaching
Find
out
out.
to somebody else, you know, for my need, you know?
But you know that that's actually like one of the most common things that I see like on TikTok, where like you can tell if the the black adoptive child had a white mom versus a black mom that raised them. You know, and the and biracial and all that stuff, and then they talk about how like there's that hunger, that need that the kid always wanted, they never got, like the like hair, you know, and
Yeah.
doing all that stuff. So it's just
Yeah, like with Denahi. So you guys don't know, Denahi is our nephew from my younger brother's wife. He's half black, half Hmong. And he has beautiful curly hair.
curly hair.
And so me and Anna's always like,
I wonder how.
I want to touch it. Like I kind of want to, I kind of
Like
want to
play with it and like braid
do
it
his
and
hair.
stuff like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
I kind of want to learn, but of course, his African American dad, that's his thing.
Yeah, so we knew
Yeah.
like, okay, well, if he's the one styling his hair,
Yeah,
obviously we'll let him do it because we're not gonna try to mess
yeah.
with the hair. So,
But it's just, just how involved we want to be with him and his hair. Yeah,
Is what that mother should be like.
yeah.
So
At a young age, he's only Denahi's what? He just turned.
is this 8? Oh my god!
8, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because Liam's 10. So I thought he was, for some reason, I thought he turned 10 in December, but Mitchell's like, no, he's 8. And I was like, oh, okay. I just thought he was older, but no, he just turned 8.
Oh right, no, I think Callan's. No, not Callan's. No, never mind.
No.
I thought he was Callan's age. Never mind. No, it's not.
Oh. But yeah, that mom.
Yeah, no, sorry. Grandpa is not the asshole.
What about
hate
you,
to
Molly?
mom
You have
shame,
not
but
been.
yeah.
You haven't said anything this whole time.
Because we've been talking.
Y'all basically said everything already.
well, just go
I
ahead
was-
and repeat.
Yeah.
no,
Wanna
I was
repeat?
just.
Well,
I don't really have anything to say because y'all already said everything.
do you have the same rage as me, or like, what do you?
I don't
How do
know
you
what
feel?
to say that. I'm not like you pissed off like you are.
Yeah, but what?
But
How do you feel?
yeah, coming from that, then I don't see why. But I don't know. Those
See why the mom is acting that way?
yeah.
Well, let's play devil's advocate and like try to flip sides.
I don't want to.
Because like, okay, say if it was me
Yeah.
and Michelle and them went off, Liam was here, and Liam was like, I want to shave off my head
But then,
just for the hell of it.
well, I know we're playing devil's advocate right now, but just
But-
to kind of like
Put in.
put here, like,
Yeah.
even if you did do that situation though, it's so different though, because like I said, like for a lot of black people, their hair is their identity.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, go ahead with the
But
example.
I'm just saying, like, say,
Trying to understand the mom,
Yeah.
I guess.
like, I understand that, like, yeah, I guess I should have asked Michelle for permission. Like, this Michelle, not the
Other Michelle in there.
the
The
story
real one
Michelle.
right here.
Yeah, the real one, the real Michelle. Yeah, I would ask her too, I guess. I mean, just because out of respect, because technically that is not my kid, so yes, it would been nice for me to ask you and then hear your reasoning. And if I hear your reasoning and you say, because it's too much of an upkeep, I'm gonna like, fuck you, I'm gonna go do it anyway. I asked you.
You knew.
Yeah.
But I think it's also because you forget that it's the grandparents who took
Yeah.
the grandkid to go get her hair
Yeah.
done.
But then that's the thing I don't understand, because I know that a lot of grandparents, I mean, this is me just assuming, like, their sole purpose is to spoil their
Right.
grandchildren.
And I was like, the
So-
grandparents are gonna do it regardless.
Yeah.
And so I would think that the parents
it's
would
not
know.
like, yeah, I don't know.
As a mom, if I had a granddaughter and my dad wanted to spoil her
and he got her hair done.
and to get her hair done,
I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
I'd be like, okay, go ahead. If you genuinely want to take her, to get her hair done in braids like that, show her culture, great, go ahead. But I will also do my part and go with her or get with somebody and learn how to do it myself. If the pricing is such an issue, then it is your responsibility to go learn and have that bonding time with your child.
Yeah.
But let's be honest here. Okay, like I said, all girls at one point you guys do your hair anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like there's not a big issue here?
How do we know that Michelle doesn't get lash extensions?
Yeah.
Or dyes her hair, balayage.
Yeah.
I don't know.
bleach
They
their
got
nails.
They had a month trip. That's a pretty long.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why
Vacation.
I'm like, it doesn't matter.
That's what I
Because
said.
you do it. So I'm like, so then why don't you just make it a mother-daughter experience and just do it together?
You know, that's with all the facts that we
Yep.
only have from this story, because we don't know the whole story, because this is from the grandpa's side. She's the asshole right now. And
Yeah.
the only thing I could think of is that he didn't ask for permission. That's the only thing I could see him get mad for,
Yeah, I
or
think,
she get mad for.
yeah, that, and also if maybe she had like already something planned,
Yeah.
and that she wanted like maybe the first time to be her and her daughter to go do it the first time. Yeah, I understand that. But your reasoning was,
It was
Too
too
expensive.
expensive.
Yeah.
nah, no,
Nope, not the asshole.
no. I
Yeah.
say
I'm
no.
so irritated.
Totally not the asshole.
I mean, like, even if she wasn't black or anything either, just in general, as a child like that, who's going into puberty and they're testing the waters on if they can test and trust their parents.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's very because I guess it's like so it hits home for me, because like there's just a lot of things I remember at that age where I built the courage to ask, or I found a hobby that I really really like, and then getting shut down
Yeah.
and being told like that's stupid, or like you're not gonna make it, or
Yeah.
you know, and it's like very hurtful. So it's kind of like, dang, like you could have, the timing is really bad, and you know she's always gonna remember that
Yeah,
you
she's gonna
said
remember this.
that.
It's a core memory.
Childhood trauma.
Yeah. That's what I'm like. It could have been handled better.
Yeah.
It could have been handled better.
Yeah,
So.
most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Like, I get it. You were mad because he didn't get permission, but get over it.
Well, that's what I was asking, because like
Get
the
over it.
only parent in this group, like, is that the only thing that would be, I guess, like reasonable to be upset about, is that they didn't ask for permission? You know what I mean?
honestly, me being a parent and say like if my parents were like actual cool grandparents, and say Liam was staying with them for like a week or so because we're going on a trip, or the boys are staying with grandma and grandpa because we're going on a trip or whatever, and say Liam out of nowhere he's like, I want to come in here, I want a mohawk, type
Or
of
like,
thing.
what if it's like him bleaching his hair?
Bleaching his hair, or getting like a piercing, or I don't know, something.
I would say probably bleach, like a
Okay, say
Yeah,
yeah, okay, we'll do
bleaching.
that. We'll say bleaching his hair.
Yeah.
And like grandma and grandpa, if they were cool with it, and they went ahead and just
Bought
did
the
it.
box dye. Yeah.
Yeah, if they bought the box dye and did it, honestly, for me, it would not bother me
Yeah.
I would be very
because
fascinated.
you know, with our background growing up, we didn't get to do that kind of stuff to express ourselves, whether it was in sports and art, or in, you know, physical beauty and stuff like that. We didn't get a chance to do that. So of course, for me, I'm going to give my children the freedom to express themselves, whether they want to bleach color their hair, whether they want to go bald or mohawk or do piercings. It's just kind of like, you do you're your own person. Therefore, I'm not going to get upset about it if grandpa decides to bleach your hair because you wanted to. It's just hair. It'll grow back. And the fact that you're a boy, it'll grow back fast anyway. You know, and same goes if I had a daughter. It's like, yeah, if she wanted to dye her hair or put highlights in or whatever, okay.
That was a thing in middle school.
You know, it's
Mine
not,
was the hair feathered.
because like I remember one time, the only time that our mom allowed me to do anything with my hair was when I was in 8th grade. No, wait, not 8th grade, 7th grade, and I wanted to have curly hair like some of my white friends. Here goes Melissa laughing. So the only way to do that was to get a perm, and I had saved up my allowances because, you know, our dad gave us allowances sometimes. But I saved up enough money of my allowance to get the perm done, and I asked my mom if it was okay and if she would take me. And surprisingly, she said okay. And she took me. It was just one of those little hair salons that's inside Walmart. And I got it done. That was like the only time that she let me do something like that to my hair.
I think it's because mom already had perms.
I know,
and
that's
she
what I was
knew
thinking
what
about
perms
it.
Were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's like, oh yeah, perms are fine.
Yeah. So there you go. I just wanted it. I wanted to try it, and that was cool.
She got a perm. Like, there were some pictures in her photo album that she has the perm.
Oh, when I had
Ooh,
short hair.
insert picture
Yes.
here. Can we find it?
Michelle has all the pictures.
Hey. When I got my hair permed, it was not short like that at first.
Hey, can you
was
find it
long.
so we
It
can
was
put it
long,
here?
like how my hair is right now. Yeah, I had long permed hair. It was when I cut it short like that was when I was trying to get rid of the perm.
Oh.
Yes. Because that's when I was trying to get rid of the perms because I had to cut it short because I got tired of looking at it, and of course I had no idea how to take care of it because it's curly hair, never done it before, so yeah.
Like, it was 80s perm. Like, almost paradise. Like, curl. Yeah.
It wasn't poofy though.
No, it wasn't poofy. No. I remember it looked wet. Like, I'm pretty sure you put, like, mousse
Oh
or
yeah,
whatever.
I would gel that shit down like it would not move in the wind. That's how much product I put in it.
Hi guys, it's all like
It's crispy. You can hear it. It was like,
it looked wet. It constantly looked wet. She had that wet hair look back then.
that all the white girls had.
ew.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was just like gel and hairspray because I didn't because I knew that with it being short, it would be poofy.
Yeah.
So I would weigh it down with like gel and like hairspray. So, but yeah, that was again, because of that, and how we grew up, I would allow my children to do whatever they want to express themselves because it's not that big a deal. It's temporary, some things, which is fine. Yeah, so in
It's
that
just
situation,
hair.
I just feel bad for the girl, the little girl.
Dude, I feel really bad for her because 12 or 13. Can you remember that, Molly? Like, being at that age, like, and
What grade was that? Middle school?
yeah, is that 6th
seven.
grade? 6th, 7th grade?
Sixth
Yeah.
grade is about 11, 12.
Oh,
The
yeah, the
seventh grade is
7th grade.
about 12,
I'm trying to remember
13.
because in elementary school, I've always had that boy cut hair because it was, from what my mom said, was easier to take care of. So I look like one of the boys.
But
like-
did you ever resent your mom for that? Because I can't imagine at your hair that you wanted long locks. Like, you wanted long hair,
I think after elementary school is when I wanted longer hair.
Yeah, that's
And
what I
then
mean, 'cause at
She
that
allowed
age.
me, to let me grow my hair out.
The only reason why mom would chop our hair short is because we wouldn't take care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, understandable. But I'm saying, it's like, that's why I'm asking you, Molly. Like, we talked about in the previous episode about empathy. Like, if you were in those shoes and you wanted your hair to be long, but, like, let's say, for example, instead of mom saying, yeah, go ahead, she said, no, I'm cutting it. You cannot have it long. So it's kind of like that. Would you be upset?
There were some times where I would ask her, like, to have it long.
Mm-hmm.
But then usually I would just brush it off because I'm just like, eh.
Wait, you brushed it off because you knew mom's answer? That's why you didn't care no longer? Or you
No, it
brushed
was
it
just
off
like-
because it was something you didn't
It wasn't
want
like
to deal
an-
with?
It wasn't like that important. I just mentioned to her that I wanted to grow my hair long, and she was like, "Not this time, but maybe like next time." And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
So you did have the desire to have long hair. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
but then
saying.
like I could see why she would cut my hair short too, because she would always get on to me of brushing my short hair. So
Yeah, no, Molly was, when she was younger, she was notorious of not taking care of her hair.
yeah, even to this day, sometimes I don't brush my hair in the morning.
Me too.
That's because you have the hair where you don't need to
Yeah,
brush
your
it.
hair-
yeah,
No.
your hair.
I'm like
Yeah.
up, and I'm just like,
I mean, like, not to be mean, but you have like those white girls' hairs that's straight looking, like it look like it's always already brushed.
It's a pro and a con. Okay,
Yeah, my hair is. don't even
it
get
looks
started
like
on
I
it.
don't have to deal with it in the morning, but then if I want to style it, it don't style.
Well, either way,
Yeah, it won't stay.
that's why I was asking you. Is like, can you imagine being heartbroken if you're like, if your mom ended up saying no, you can absolutely not, you cannot have long hair,
Yeah.
and she always kept cutting it. That would make me cry. That's why I'm asking you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
That one
also
made you
how
upset?
she says it. Say
Aw.
it too, So if she was like rude and mean like that, then yeah, I'm sure it would
Yeah.
it would hurt her. But since mom be like, no, just next time, because we all know my mom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's so
the way
soft
she
spoken.
talks, yeah.
I know, but I'm just saying. Yeah.
Just randomly speaking here, is that the reason why you don't want to cut your hair short? Because I noticed that you keep
have
your
your
hair
hair
long
I think it's
for like
because
the longest time.
for me, I've always had short hair, so I already know how it feels like for having my hair short. And I've just never had my hair like long. And so I always want to try like
So in other
it's
words,
kind of like seeing mom like in high school, like those pictures of her where she says that she had long hair. And it's just like, oh, that's cool, you know.
Mhm.
And so I would always just want to have my hair long.
So in other
Just
words,
because.
it
Yeah,
did
Yes.
affect
it did
Yeah, it
affect
does
you
affect you.
It
because
did affect
Oh,
you
okay.
because
Yeah, I guess.
your mom had cut your hair short for a hot minute, right?
yeah.
And so that's like one of the reasons why, because you said you already know how it feels
Mhm.
to have short hair, and so that's why you to
Well,
this
it's not
day.
like a horrible like.
Right,
it's
it's not.
not.
It's not.
We're-
It's
we're
not a bad
trying to-
trauma or anything.
we're
We're just
trying to help like
yeah.
understand your thoughts. It's
Yeah.
like so we're rephrasing it back to you. So
Yeah.
what you're saying is because you've already experienced short hair, you want to keep long hair nowadays.
Yeah, because
basically.
I guess yeah.
Sorry. Just playing with your hair like a little cat.
Yeah, yeah, I would say so. Cause I did a lot of different short hairstyles. I had like the boy cut. And then
Insert picture here.
She had like a
Somebody
pixie.
find it.
Yeah,
I
she
it
had
was
like
basically a pixie
pixie cut all the time.
Yeah, in elementary school to where like I looked like Mitchell and Matthew together.
my
Like from the back, you
God.
would not know it was me.
You know
Yeah.
what? I just to interrupt. That makes me think of my younger sister Sammy. Both you and her, they both had really short hair, and I guess our moms gave up on them.
But
Too
then
many
again,
damn girls.
but then again, you forget before elementary school, I always had long hair. You
You
know,
did?
'cause my mom always
Oh.
put them like in
In
pigtails.
little
I think it was just
Pigtails
more
and-
of my mom got tired of taking care of her hair.
Yeah,
Ah.
because
Because my mom would always be the one who would sit there and tie it into pigtails. And
She
Yeah.
is she like Kyrie and them and taking out?
no. Actually, she would leave him in.
No, I'll leave 'em in.
The only time they would get messy looking is if like she was just playing and they were just kind of falling out.
yeah.
That's it.
That's how you know she played hard.
My hair was thin too, so those I wouldn't.
Mhm.
I'm not surprised that like the hair ties would like come out.
Yeah, she had really thin hair as a baby. Now that I think about it, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because that makes sense. Because yeah, that's like your signature look now is long hair. I would say just
Yeah.
observing you.
I think it's also because we had a friend that lived across the street too, and she had like really long hair. For her, she wasn't allowed to cut her hair.
Yeah.
Her mom would not let her cut her hair.
And you just thought, oh, how pretty.
Yeah, it was pretty, but it's just like, yeah, it's a freaking hassle because she has to use those headbands, those rubber headbands, or those clothes, the headbands, the cloth ones. She had to use those for hair ties because her hair was long and thick.
Oh,
It went all the way down to her butt.
Yeah, and I was like,
Like
that's
half her
cool.
butt.
who's this?
That's
This is Sandy.
Oh, okay. I was thinking it was
I
Sandy.
was gonna
Sandy.
say that that's actually every Hmong
Hi, Sandy.
girls thing is that they didn't have us cut our hair because actually at that age, middle school, that's when I had long hair too, like to my butt. Sometimes
Yeah.
and then actually now that I think about it, since we had to keep me and my Hmong friends in shout out to my friends in Green Bay. Hey, they would have to keep their hair long too. So in my mind, we would be in competition who can grow their hair the longest.
Oh, yeah.
They would actually be able to sit on their hair.
Oh,
Like that's how long it was.
No,
My
we were-
hair only got to my butt.
We were opposite. My mom wanted to cut our hair. So,
Ah.
like, for me, I didn't have long hair until, like, maybe 7th grade.
Because I mean, my mom would
Yeah.
still have us or had me cut my hair in middle school too, but I always kind of like bid with her or like kind of barter with her. I'm like, can I just cut it this short, this short? And she'd be like, okay, and I was just like, okay, because I don't want it too short.
Yeah. Aw.
Yeah,
Well, that's sweet.
because she would always go to the salon and she'll ask me, or I'll ask her if I can get my hair cut at the salon too. Because remember her, she gets cut for I think free haircuts from her friend or something like that, or like discounted haircuts.
I remember going outside in the backyard, sitting on one of the moan chairs and cutting my hair.
That was after, but like after
remember
meeting
that.
her
She gave me the asymmetrical cut, like really short in the back, and then going down.
I had that once, and I
Yeah,
looked like
and I
Mom
remember it
from the
was really
back.
short to where it was like.
Did she do that before it became a trend?
Yes,
You know why she did
and
that?
I got made fun of. I got made fun
Oh.
of from people because they were like, "Why does your hair look like that?" or what, and all that stuff. And I'm like, "Bitch, once Rihanna started doing it, it was cool." But I did it. Rihanna, and it was not cool.
I'm trying to
We
think.
all did it before Rihanna.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Me.
think. I'm trying to think that mom wasn't trying to do style necessarily. She was just probably trying to cut your hair, and you probably couldn't sit still. I'm trying to think.
No, I remember because I was sitting there with my head down, and she was cutting it, and I
It
was
didn't help that your head was down like that anyway.
probably, I don't know, but
That's why I
it
said
was really short because it would be where I would feel it hit my ears. That's how short it was in the back.
Oh.
Yeah.
You can see it in some of our old family photos.
Mm-hmm.
How short their hair were.
Mm-hmm.
I look like one of the boys.
We look like
me and Matthew looked pretty.
we look like we're part of HOT.
Don't hate. My hair was like that too.
We were part of the '90s Korean.
But I have no say. I was bald. They actually, my dad cut our hair too. So
No, I think
Yeah.
mom would have been scared getting her head shaved.
your mom is sweet for, like I said. Either way, your mom is really sweet that she actually like listened to you and let you, listen to what you wanted
And
about how short.
compromised.
Yeah, and compromise.
Well, yeah,
with you.
because like she took me everywhere, so she gonna have to, you know.
I know, but if you think about it, your mom really loves you guys because she actually asked for your opinion on it. So,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yep.
because can you imagine being in a situation where your mom's like, no, you cannot. I'm the mom, and so you gotta listen to me. Like, can you imagine that?
Yeah, no.
Let's say, no. You guys are blessed. Your mom loves you, so that's good.
Okay, next one.
Next topic?
Am I the asshole? Yes.
Okay. Next the one. Am I the asshole for saying my family? I'm guessing saying to the family, you deserved it when they weren't invited to my brother's funeral.
Wow. Ooh, they must have
This is
did
heavy.
something. Okay.
This is heavy.
It says, I, 42 male, have 6 siblings, and this is about our youngest, 32 male. My other siblings are also older than me. The oldest being 49. Ooh, that's a lot.
Okay.
Okay. We lost our dad to brain cancer when my brother was 13. This devastated him and left really deep scars. He was really unstable at middle to high school, and mom was also severely depressed, and none of us were living in our hometown. So we couldn't handle everything as we should, but he managed to enter into one of those best universities in our country. God, I don't know why I'm so out of breath. Continue. Okay. After he got into the university, he started to be in the relationship with older guys. Wait. He started to be in the relationships with other guys. Okay.
So started getting into relationships.
With older guys, yeah.
With older guys. Okay.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if I was just reading it wrong. Okay. He was in the same city with me at this time, so I had the chance to have an eye on him. He wasn't in any bodily or academically harmed, but all this fucked him up really bad mentally. And he was a mess until he met with Liam 11 years ago, 53 male. He was a widower, lost his husband in 2010, and my brother fell in love with him instantly. He took him under his wings, protected him, and nurtured him. I was also suspicious of their relationship at first, but as the time passed, I saw the realness and authenticity, the loyal, and the love. My brother was happy, and the other family members never approved this relationship. Accused Liam of being a predator, so he got C&D orders for harassment, and I was the only one with my family. My 4-year-old was a flower girl in their wedding in 2018. Other than our mother, who has dementia at that time when we lost her the next year. I also cut my siblings out of our lives after our mom's funeral. Dang, that must have been... Y'all didn't probably have a good relationship. Okay. At the beginning of 2021, we learned that my brother had cancer, the same as the one that their dad had. He was early diagnosed and he had surgery, but it returned 18 months later and spread fast. Chemo didn't work, and at Christmas Eve, he gave his final breath while we were there.
Wow.
Oh, how sad. My brother asked his funeral to be organized as we seem fit, and said, please do not do anything that would make you uncomfortable for anyone. We didn't invite our siblings. Liam's family and the in-laws were there, but no one from my family was invited. They learned my brother's death after his death was announced at our hometown's Facebook page. Wow. My siblings were mad and they tried to reach Liam via his lawyer, but they couldn't, so they reached out to me. I told them they deserve this after all they did, and should be glad we are not charging them with harassment with the heat of the moment. But after time passed, I feel really guilty about saying this.
Am I the asshole?
Yeah. Am I the asshole?
No. He is not the asshole.
It's kind of like what you said in the Valentine's episode. That you said that with love, there's hard things that you need to say tactfully, you know, without being rude. And I think that that's what he did. And that's what it was right.
Mm-hmm.
Not the asshole.
Not the asshole, no. I mean, honestly, with the way his siblings treated them and stuff like that, like if y'all were assholes to, like say, I don't know, one of us who had a same-sex partner or whatever, you know, doing the whole harassment thing to the point where they had to do a cease and desist.
That's pretty serious.
That's pretty serious. So, and the fact that y'all didn't even try to like accept or like change or even like bother to get to know the Liam, the spouse or whatever, you know, that says a lot. So, in my opinion, he is not the asshole for not inviting them. Because what are they gonna do? Go over there and like say mean things during the funeral?
Well, I mean, it's kind of like there's that Hmong saying, like, you know, like at funerals, the ones that cry the loudest and hardest are the ones that regretted they did not spend time. And I'm pretty sure they would probably cry at the funeral and feel bad, but it's too late. You know why? Because he's 6 feet under.
Yeah, he's dead. It's too late. You know? So, in my opinion, he's not the asshole because his siblings, I wouldn't say his siblings deserved it, but they didn't need to be there. Because it's not like you really loved your brother or anything. Yeah. You know, you weren't accepting of his relationship, his choice of life. So why should you be there for his funeral?
That made me so sad. That's so heartbreaking.
I'm reading the comments, and I think we have to also remember, I think when they met, his significant other was 42. And I think the brother was 21.
Yeah, but he's also an adult.
He's an adult.
Yeah,
He's
I know. I'm
21.
just saying that's
the age difference.
That's what. The age difference is probably
so
what.
So it's 21 and
42.
42.
So about 20 years.
Yeah, I can see that. But he is an adult.
He legal. So,
and I think that's kind of like back on what you said, Michelle, about how they didn't even give the effort of seeing how Liam really is.
Yeah, because even the brother who wrote the story, he says that he was uneasy about it too.
But he gave him a chance.
Yeah, but he gave him a chance, gave him some time to where he saw how genuine their relationship was. You know, so if he can do it, who he himself had doubts, then why couldn't the other ones?
Yeah, and also they had those C&D orders on them on the siblings too.
Yeah, but they only really have those when it's like really bad. Like, because no judge is going to agree to that if they don't work on it.
Yeah. I was going to say, it all comes back down to our Valentine's Day love episode. Okay, love is acceptance. And obviously you guys didn't love your brother enough because you didn't accept him for you didn't accept his choices in life.
You didn't accept, you didn't accept his significant other.
I would have done the same thing. I would have not told you anything. No. And no, I would say no, he's not the asshole.
And I mean, the brother that passed away, you know, forgot. He did say, don't do anything that would make you uncomfortable, or that would make you uncomfortable for anyone. And so,
he was just honoring his wish.
He did what he wanted to do. At least the brother that wrote the Reddit.
But can you imagine though? Because he had already been sick. And he went through chemo, and the siblings because of the cease and desist thing. I mean, I guess they didn't talk to him, but they could have tried, unless they didn't know because of that. But it's kind of like, you know, if your sibling's sick,
Or you know if your sibling has cancer.
That's what I'm
like,
saying.
Even if like any type of cancer, when you have cancer, there's automatically, well, in my head, there's automatically a chance that they're not going to survive.
yeah.
You know, so that point, you know, that's when you should be wanting to like reach out and wanting to talk. You know.
So the
but-
siblings did know that he had cancer. Do you know?
Yeah.
I don't remember hearing.
I don't
that.
know. I don't know if we got that. Part
I
of
don't
the
know
story.
because from the looks of it, after their mom passed away, the guy said that he cut
Oh,
ties with his siblings.
Okay.
So something probably happened during the mom's.
See, that's what I'm
funeral.
saying. If during the mom's funeral it's already crazy, imagine being at his funeral, and I'm pretty sure his siblings would have started shit at the funeral.
Mm-hmm.
This is all your fault. You know?
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure something happened during the mom's funeral. That's why they cut ties, and then that's understandable why they were not invited to the brother's funeral.
That's all too familiar.
And if you think about it from the siblings' point of view, like, because I get it, like, family, they don't get along. They don't have to like each other, you know. But it would make, if I was in the siblings' shoes, playing devil's advocate, I would actually feel really hurt. I would be like, wow, so all this time I was angry, you know, at him, and I didn't want to accept his relationship with his husband. That wasn't important. You know, like, I would be so embarrassed. I
Yeah,
would
but
question myself.
Some people don't have that rationality.
Yeah, they're just kind of like,
that
well,
consciousness.
forget them.
Yeah. Again, that's why I said it would have been like, you did this because of you. No, 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 no. That's what I'm saying. They don't seem like the type to understand that.
So sad.
It hits a little too close to home, huh?
Yeah, it's just really
So-
sad how closed-minded and tunnel vision some people have, and it's kind of like, really, you don't love that person enough to like open up your mind a little bit, or like open your eyes and like really see. You know, it's mind-boggling to me how some people are like that, because it's like, you say you love the person, so why is it a problem that they do this or do that or love who they want to love? So I don't understand that.
What do you think, Molly?
Y'all basically said everything.
I know, but then I want to know.
Yeah, but I'm like, it's like, there's no point in me putting input because because you guys are. I agree with everything you guys are saying.
Yeah.
Okay, next one, you go first.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because we talked.
Yours
Oh,
first. Yeah, because
yeah,
we
yeah.
talk too much. We gotta shut up sometimes.
What? It's
We're too
it's a discussion. I'm like, I don't like it doesn't have to have my input.
I know, but we just want to know. We like you, so we want to hear your
voice.
thoughts.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking you.
I was like, I'm the narrator.
No.
I was like,
Well, then answer my question here. Then, so would you be, if you were that sibling, would you be heartbroken or and like not regret it, or you like would you feel bad like him too?
when you
Like
mean
saying all that stuff like you deserve it, blah blah blah. You know, or you're lucky that I don't.
Which sibling?
Wait, I don't know
the-
what sibling you're
Like
talking
Yeah,
the one
about.
that's narrate, the one that's asking if they're
Oh.
the asshole.
About the brother's funeral.
Yeah, well, the brother's funeral.
About the
Okay, we're kind of
rent-
confused. of
Yeah,
your question.
I'm
okay.
confused of what you're
So
asking.
are you asking her, would she feel the same way as he does?
Yeah,
Or would you feel bad that, oh, maybe I should have invited them?
yeah.
Honestly, it all comes down to what happened at the mother's funeral, because that was when the narrator cut ties with the siblings. So
So,
depending on what happened there, plays into what.
if it got that bad to where he cut the family out,
then
knowing
then
that,
I wouldn't really care. about the
So you'll
siblings.
just be like, yeah, I cut them out for a
Because,
reason.
yeah, because there's no need. You already I already know how they were with the brother. So
I'd be
there's no
like-
point.
yep, I'd be like, that's what happens when you're not accepting. You know, it's like, he's buried here. If you want to come pay your respects and say bye, then here you go.
Like
But
it's like
that's it.
like very similar situation. Like once that bridge is burnt, then there's no point of rebuilding the bridge.
Yeah. Whew. That's a heavy episode.
Heavy. I'm sure some of our listeners have experienced something like that. So if you guys would like to share, just comment or message us, whichever one you want. We would love to hear it. So,
Or if you guys are on the other side where you guys think he is the asshole,
Explain why.
Explain, yeah. We
Yeah.
want to know.
We're open to it
Because
because
we're all sisters and we all kind of think alike, sometimes we need the outside,
other opinions.
yeah, their opinions. You know, if we're wrong, tell us why we're wrong.
you're also you're
Explain.
allowed to voice your opinion too. So if you think that he is the asshole, why?
Yeah. Let us know.
Let us know.
All right.
Okay, next one.
And you have to answer first.
Yeah.
Next one. Trying to look at the time.
You got time?
Okay. Because this one has an update post. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it says, am I the asshole for canceling a trip and refusing to pay my friend back for flights?
Okay.
Okay, it says, I am currently on a semester abroad in Italy until Easter from the UK. My friend Polly wanted to come and visit at the end of the next month. We had been talking about this trip and planning dates for ages, and she still hadn't booked anything, which is obviously fine. However, in the meantime, I have been having a mental issues and family drama, and would like to go home to my parents at around the time she's supposed to visit. And then it says, quote, it is the only time that my family will be free when flights are affordable for me to go home. 3 days ago, I sent Polly a long message explaining the situation and that I was sorry and I would not be able to host her at the time we had planned for her to visit. She still had not booked anything at the time, but immediately seemed a bit defensive when she sent me a message saying, this is the only time I will be free to visit you. Can I come on specific dates? She quote, I can book flights today. Is that okay? I immediately, within 30 minutes, replied saying, no, I'm sorry. As I explained, I wouldn't like to go home at that time, and we have been planning the visit. And in any case, the first 2 days of your trip aren't what we discussed, and I have always been unable to host you at the time due to specific commitments. Normally, I would say book 2 days later, but as I really need to prioritize my mental health and go home at the time if possible. She didn't respond again until the next day and told me that she already booked flights before checking whether I replied, and that she was expecting me to host her on those dates she had outlined. To be honest, I was quite shocked by this and told her I couldn't host her then, and that she should have checked my response to her questions before booking the flights. She is now very angry and insisting that I should pay her back for the cost of her flights, which is around, I'm guessing pounds, 100 pounds, which is a lot for either of us. But I told her that this shouldn't be my responsibility, as she should have double-checked with me before spending the money. I later offered to refund half as peace offering, but she said that this wasn't anywhere near good enough. Polly told her mutual friends the situation, and they are all saying that I am the asshole and should pay her back in full, as she and her family apparently have no money. I'm devastated to have lost this friendship on top of everything else going on in my life, and really confused about whether I'm in the wrong. So am I the asshole for canceling this trip and refusing to refund my friend for her flight tickets?
What's the update?
I don't know. I don't know if you wanted to talk about that first, because it's a long post.
Well, you can go ahead, Molly, because I have a lot of questions.
What's your? Yeah.
I don't think she's the asshole. Her friend isn't the one that. Okay, her friend did not look at the response, because usually when you have responses, you can see that it notifies you on those. I don't know if it's Apple or Samsung, but Apple, I know it reminds you every so often about it. Mm-hmm. But I took that off on Samsung. But knowing me, I would see it automatically. I'm the type of person to read the message right then and there.
So not the asshole for you.
Yeah.
And why do you think that she's not the asshole? I'm assuming it's a she, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna guess so, but it didn't say. Because she's the one who booked the stuff before even reading what she responded or her response was. And then I'm just like, obviously you're not caring about your friend. You're just honestly gonna use her. To me, it sounds like she's just using her to host.
Yeah.
and then she's gonna go do whatever she wants to go do.
Can
That's what
you
it sounds like.
Can you see Can you see how Polly would think that she's the asshole though?
If she thinks the host person, the
Mhm.
writer, the narrator's
Mhm.
asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Like they say, playing the devil's advocate.
I don't know her situation because apparently it just sounds like Polly is not listening to her.
Mm-hmm.
So
Let me interrupt you real quick. She said if her family was already poor, where the hell did you get that money to pay for those flights?
Exactly. That's
Why
not.
did you agree to a flight?
First of all, devil's advocate. There is no devil's advocate. Your friend is the asshole. I'm sorry.
Dang,
Yeah, she's yeah.
No.
The
I'm sorry.
original poster is not
No.
the asshole.
I kinda
She didn't
wanna
hold a
see
gun
that.
to your head and say, "Pay for those flights," even though I'm not gonna be there.
See,
That's ridiculous.
I have a lot of questions. Yeah.
yeah, like when you were reading this and when you said the friend bought the tickets anyway, my head, all these alarms are going off, and I was like, abort. Like,
2319.
To me, that just sounded like she had a different schedule
you're
than
not
what she
listening,
intended.
honey.
Is what she's told you. That's what it looked like.
She had a hidden agenda.
Yeah.
So, since we do the devil's advocate, I do have a couple questions though. Like, did she tell Polly she was going through a mental health crisis?
I think
She did.
She
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 had
did?
a
Is that
long
what she said?
message.
Yeah, sent a long.
That's the one that you said that she didn't read, right? Apparently.
No, she
Didn't respond until the next
Respond to
day, and then she
That's
read it,
when-
and then she told her she already booked the flight the next day.
No.
Wait,
No.
read it again.
No, what happened was
Oh,
originally planned her and Polly was supposed to come meet, or Polly was supposed to fly over.
Yes.
But then she said, never mind. She thinks about maybe needing to go talk to her or go visit her family instead.
For her
because
mental health.
her mental health, she wants to go visit her
And
family.
she actually said that.
This is the only time she can go visit her family, which
Okay.
happens to be in the same time when Polly was supposed
Yeah.
to come over.
Yes.
Her and Polly never really agreed on anything. And so she told Polly, like, hey, instead of you coming over, I think I want to take a mental health break and go visit my family instead.
Yeah.
And then Polly was all like, no, we had this planned already. I haven't bought tickets, but can you please schedule some days out? And the author says, no, I don't want to. I want to go visit my family instead. And then she wrote a whole text message telling her all that stuff. Polly doesn't read it until the next day.
Yeah.
And then after that,
In which, before reading until the next day, she already bought tickets to go see.
So
after she read the long ass,
Because she did mention about her mental health that she.
So
needed to
then
get done.
that's the thing too, is there's like a lot of there's a lot of holes in the miscommunication here. I'm just kind of curious because I do agree that she's not the asshole, but also kind of like, how come they didn't try to call each other? There's a lot of things that get missed when you text.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so things get lost in translation, as they say, when you do that, and you can't read or hear the tone. So it's like a serious conversation like that should have been like over the phone or something. You know what I mean?
right? But also,
Right,
no
yeah.
is no.
That's true.
There shouldn't be.
A question about it. She said,
Yeah.
no,
She said no.
I'm not going to be here.
Yeah. But that's
Yeah,
just like
see?
one of the things I was thinking about. And then also it's kind of like, if you wanted to go, why did you wait to book your flight?
Right. I think that's what the main
That's-
topic.
I'm
that
so
most
confused.
These comments are talking.
Yeah, because
about.
this kind of reminds me of like me and one of my friends where we had a plan to do this together, but then she ends up doing something totally different, and I got mad
Yeah.
because there was no communication. She didn't say anything to me, so therefore I got mad at her and I didn't want to talk to her anymore. Kind of thing, because this is what it kind of reminds me of. But in this case, there was communication where she said, no, I'm going to go visit my family instead because I need a mental break. But no, that hoe bought the ticket anyway, knowing I said no.
That's so disrespectful.
And then demanding me to accommodate her. No.
the fact.
See?
Sorry,
yeah, go
can
ahead.
I insert something?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Polly is a horrible friend.
Yeah.
Because the original poster, she confided in her, telling her that I'm having mental issues.
Yeah.
You know, I need a break. So I want to go visit my family and take a mental break there, because it's bad enough to the point where she wants to go see her parents, her family, instead of staying there and hosting her friend or whatever. Her friend, Miss Polly, should have understood that, because mental health is a real thing. It's a real issue. And if your friend is saying like she is, mentally not well, then you should have your friend's best interests at heart and understood, and be like, okay, yeah, go visit your family, whatever you need to do to heal your mind, and we will discuss a visitation date at a later time.
And let's be honest here. I understand we're all adults and we're all busy, but if it's important to you, you will make time for it.
Yes.
I can tell that the person that the original poster, she did feel bad, and she even offered to pay half.
And that was, yes!
And she said that that's not enough. And that's so insulting. That is very insulting, because it's kind of like
for once, or not for once, for one, you can get a refund.
Or get flight credit. But we don't know how it works. Is it, the friend is Polly in the U.S.?
I'm guessing so, yeah.
So.
I think Polly's in the U.S. The author is somewhere else out of country.
Yeah, the
In
original
Europe.
posters
Most
in Europe.
airlines these days
Get flight credit or
they'll
something.
give you flight credit.
Just something's off about this Polly person.
I think I was reading a comment here, and it said like her opinion was not the asshole, and it said your duty was to inform Polly that you wouldn't be able to host her, and you did just that. Even if she didn't see your second message at that time, which is unlikely, she has seen your first message and literally replied to it, where you told her that your situation, so she can't claim that she was unaware. I think she tried to force you into hosting her because she felt that if she already booked the flights, you wouldn't be able to refuse her demands.
Yep.
And then it says, OP, do not give in. It's great that the trash is taking itself
So-
out.
Oh my god.
Amen
And
to that.
then it
Back to the
says,
streets.
I said, P.S. I had a hunch that she blew the money on something else, and that she's using this as an excuse to cover that up, to get you paid for it. And she's
Just
like,
a hunch. Ooh.
That's what she said. It's just a hunch.
That she blew the money
On
Somewhere-
something
else.
else.
So she's having her friend.
So she's trying to
refund
have
the
her
money.
friend give her money for that money that
So
she spent.
manipulative.
Right?
Drop
That's
that
what she
friend.
sounds like.
This is a random comment person, but I'm just like,
Drop
Ooh,
that
yeah,
friend.
again,
That's
that is a
what I
bad
said.
friend.
Drop
Yeah,
that
I'm like,
friend.
we're all adults. We're all busy. But if it's important to you, you will make time for
That's
it.
true. Cause
Okay? That's how me and Mai do things, man. We have to schedule our talks.
That's her friend.
Yeah, sorry. That's one of my best friends.
Her bestie.
Yeah.
Hi, Ma, if you're listening.
I don't know if it's like her, like for this one. I don't know if they're like best friends, but I'm just.
Still,
Still
that's
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Sailor Moon taught you how to be friends, okay? That's like my quote from this podcast. Sailor Moon taught me how to be a friend, okay?
Yeah. What's the update?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there's
what's
an
the
update. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's update. People were so kind to me in the comments that I wanted to give an update on this. I don't know these initials things. TL and DR. I'm doing well, but it's been a long couple of months. To people who said Polly was lying about the booking flight and because it seemed suspiciously cheap, and she could have canceled within 24 hours. She booked on a cheap UK airline, and this is fairly standard pricing. Plus, their cancellation refund policies are what you expect from an airline, where they charge you extra just to sit next to the person you booked with. She's many things, but not a total liar. She definitely booked after I told her not to. Okay. After everything blew up with Polly, we didn't speak for a couple of weeks. I talked it over with my parents, and they said that I was under absolutely no obligation to pay her a penny, which I agree with, as I did all of this sub.
Good parents. Good parents.
However, they suggested that I could offer to pay a small amount, like 20% of the fare, in the interest of salvaging the friendship. I liked this idea, as I was still feeling heartbroken and didn't want to throw away the 10 years of friendship. Okay, so they've been friends for years, if avoidable. So I sent her a message explaining that I didn't feel like I owed her any money for her mistake, but I really care about her and our friendship, and that I would be willing to make a small contribution if it meant that we could meet on happier terms in the future and resume our friendship. Well, she left me on red for over a month.
Wow.
She did eventually reply to tell me that I should still pay the full fare, claiming that she was seconds away from booking when I originally spoke to her, and then she messaged me a reminder of this a few days later. The second day was my birthday, and she sent me no well wishes along with it. Just a reminder, she wanted money. I've finally been pushed over the edge, and I was absolutely raging and told her that it was unacceptable to message me shit like this on my birthday. That was the last time we spoke, and now I've blocked her on everything.
Yes.
Good
Yes.
girl. Good girl.
It also turns out that she didn't tell as many of our mutual friends as I thought. One of them is no longer speaking to me, and I've tried to reach out, but she's ignoring me, so I'm leaving it because who needs people like that? Another parent had heard the story and said that they want to remain neutral, which makes me think that they didn't hear the whole truth. But I can't be bothered to push it as they're still cool with me and don't really care about the poly drama. I'm feeling really great now. Things are going well with my family, and I'm really enjoying my last few months of the semester abroad. I made some good friends and having the best time. I wish all the drama never had happened, but I'm grateful that to be seeing the true colors of someone I would have continued to trust otherwise. Thanks for all the support on here.
Yay.
Oh, yay. The trash literally took its time.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, that is not a real friend, honey. Thank God you dropped her, because that is a manipulative bitch right
She
there.
didn't even want to keep the small little offer. She wanted the full offer still.
It's like, it's your dumb ass self stupid enough to book a flight like that when you know that your friend said no.
I'm just trying to think. You know your friend is studying abroad, okay?
Mhm.
And you're trying to get a flight there. And us broke ass selves, we'll be like, I'll just FaceTime you because that's what I can afford. You know, like, and we're not going to go. Well, like, if we saved enough money, we're lucky to get hosted by them.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, I'm so shocked right now. The audacity, my gosh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they reminded her on her birthday to pay her the full amount. Is that what she
Yeah.
said?
Yes. Yes.
Damn.
That is not a friend. That is a moocher. That's what it is.
Oh my God.
Sorry, my face is really loud. So,
It was pretty
yeah,
loud.
you all want to watch
Yeah,
the
because I think
YouTube? Yeah, watch my face. Yeah.
Because I think the first time, that's when she's like, no, I want the full money amount. And then the second time that she reminded her was on her birthday. That's what ticked her off.
It was like on purpose.
Mhm.
Yeah. And there was like no birthday wishes either, so it was just straight up to the point. Of like, where's
my money?
You know,
That's all she asked.
if you think about this and you flip it, I'm pretty sure that she would ask money, or she wouldn't even give them any money, knowing how manipulative she is. Polly, like if it was flipped, and the original poster bought tickets and stuff, like if it was, I don't know. I just know she's gonna be nasty. That's just so wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so appalled right now.
Yeah. Not the asshole for the original poster.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to see what other people's comments was.
Yeah. That's trifling. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Someone says,
Mm.
in the U.S., there's an old saying, could be global, who knows? When money is involved, friendship ceases.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm. Trifling.
All right. Well,
Well, I think that's all the time we have. Those
Those were
posts
really,
were very
it was
intense.
really heavy.
Didn't think that we were kind of relating to one of the posts, or we've been through one of the posts, same situation stuff, but I guess that ends this episode.
of Am I the Asshole?
Yeah. And hope you guys try not to be an asshole.